Let's start this. And hopefully you were supposed to pick any four. I'll do all of them. 2/5 divided by 7. And I'll put this over 1. And then 2/5 times 1 over 7. So we get 2 over 35. 4 2/3 divided by 6. So let's make some changes. So let's put the 6 over 1 here. And 4 2/3, I'm going to change that. So that's 3/12, right? 3 times 4 is 12. 14 over 3 divided by 6 over 1. So now I'm ready to make my changes. I'm going to 14 over 3 times the reciprocal of 6 over 1, which is 1 over 6. I multiply. 14 times 1 is 14, and 3 times 6 is 18. Don't leave your answer like this, because you will lose a point. So 14 over 18, we have to simplify. What can I divide 14 and 18 by? By 2. And I get 7 over 9. Can I simplify more? No. 7 divided by 3/5. Remember, let's put this over 1. Now we make a change. 7 over 1 stays, multiplication changes, division changes to multiplication, and we need a reciprocal of 3/5, which is 5 over 3. Multiply. 7 times 5 is 35, and 1 times 3 is 3. So, can we simplify? Well, we can, because we're like, how many times can 33 go into 35? Well, let's see. 3 times 10 is 30. 3 times 11 is 33. So definitely 11 times. So if 3 can go to 35 11 times, we have 33. How many left over? 2 over 3. If you want to take that and do long division, you can do that too. 3 goes into 3, yeah, 1 time. Bring the 5 down. 3 goes into 5 1 time again. 2 left over. So look, 11 is your whole number. 2 is your remainder. And then your divisor is that. Okay. 12 and a half divided by 3 1/3. So we're going to change this. 2 times 12 is 24. 25 over 2. Divided by 3 times 3 is 9 plus 1, 10 over 3. Let's make our changes. 25 over 2 times 3 over 10. 25 times 3 is 75. 2 times 10 is 20. Can we simplify this? Let me bring it over here. Yeah, can. Let's divide this by 5. 75 divided by 5 is 15. 20 divided by 5 is 4. Now, can we simplify more? No. Can I change this to a mixed number? Yeah. How many times can 4 go into 15? 4 can go into 15, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 4. 1, 2, 3. Can I make another one? No. So I can make 3 groups. How many left over? 3 out of 4. 6 people are sharing 7/8 of a chocolate bar. What fraction of the chocolate bar will each get? What are we sharing? The people or the chocolate bar? We're sharing the chocolate bar. So it's 7/8 divided by 6 people. Let's put this over 1. 7/8 times reciprocal, 1 over 6. 7 times 1 is 7, and 8 times 6 is 48. Can I simplify? No. Done. Remember, you're only supposed to choose 4. The distance from junior high school, Mr. Cho's house, is 8 1/4 miles. It's pretty far. If he walks at 2 1/3, so this is 194, and this is my house. So this total distance is 8 1/4 miles. So 1 hour, I walk 2 1/3. Another hour, I walk 2 1/3. One more hour, 2 1/3 miles. Another hour, 2 1/3 miles. So how many hours does it take for me to walk from 194 to my house? Right, so this is a division problem. So 8 1/4 divided by 2 over 30. Okay. Again, times plus, 4 times 8 is 32 plus 1, 33 over 4, divided by 6, 7 over 3. Let's change this. 33 over 4 times 3 over 7. Ugh. 33 times 3 is 99. 4 times 7 is 28. Can we simplify this to a mixed number? Yeah. How many times can 28 go into 99? So you might, this one, I think it might be easier if you do it this way. So let's take a guess. 4 times? 28 times 4 is 112. That's too much. 28 times 3 is 84. So that works, right? So 28 goes into 99 3 times. Let me put the next, which is 84. How many left over? 9 minus 4 is 5. 9 minus 8 is 1. So we can change that to a mixed number. 28 goes into 99 3 times. How many left over? 15 over 28. Okay. So again, most of this stuff should be easy for you. Station 2. Wow. Choose 3. Oh. Okay. So I'll do 4. Why is it necessary to line up decimals when adding or subtracting decimals? Okay, so let's say you had $38 plus 25 cents, right? So if you do it like this, and let's say you did it like this. 3 plus 1, 6, 63 cents. Does that make sense? $38 by 25 cents is 63 cents? Oh, no. So, I mean, you can do several of them. So what if I did it like this? It's 5. Right, you know what? Let me make it straight. 38, 0.25. That's what if I added like this? That's a 5. That's a 10 plus 1. It's $38 plus 25 cents, $4. Also a no. So that's why we want to line up the decimals. Because, first of all, 38. Is there a decimal? Yes. Where is it? It's here, hiding. Then we're going to put the 0.25 under that, but decimal under decimal. We put 0.25. What do I put here on top? I'm going to put placeholders. I'm going to put 0, 0. Now, why do I do that? Because I want to add same place values with the same place values. These are the hundreds, the tenths, the ones with the ones, the tens with the tens. That's why we add them up. That's why we line them up in adding and subtracting. So 0 plus 5 is 5. 0 plus 2 is 2. 8 plus 8. 8 plus 0 is 0. 8 plus 0 is 8. And 3. So if I have $38 plus 25 cents, the answer is $38.25. Okay, Sam earned 178, Mark earned 98.34. What was the difference? Well, here's Sam. Where's the decimal? Right here at the end. Let's add a couple of zeros. And then Mark earned 98. Maybe he didn't work too many hours. What's the difference? Difference means subtraction. So let's borrow. A lot of borrowing here. 10 becomes minus 4 is 6. 9 minus 3 is 6. 17 minus 8 is 9. And 16 minus 9 is 5. So how much more did he make? It's $59.60. Please, please, please use your calculators to check your answer. Okay, you have to check your answer. Next one, 34.5 plus, again, 9. That 9, where's the decimal? Right here at the end. So I put a decimal and I put a 9. Can we? Then 123 with the decimal. 1, 2, 3, and then 5, 6, 7. Okay, you should, just to make it pretty, and you line, you have fill in those empty spaces with placeholders, zeros. Okay, so now it's easier for you to add. Okay, makes it much easier for you to see. So 7s, 6, 5 plus 5 is 10, carry 1. It's going to be 17, carry 1 again, 167.067. Okay, so this is just literally, guys, practice make sure you practice your how you line them up, lining up a decimal under decimal. 74.3 minus, put the decimal first, and then 34,987. Subtract, we make sure, please, you need to put 0, 0. You need to do some borrowing. 0 needs help from 0, no. Help from 3, no. And 3 is going to need help. Can we borrow from 4? No, we're going to borrow from the 7. That becomes 6, this becomes 14. That's going to be 13, and this is going to be 13. Take away 1, 12, that becomes 10. Borrow again, that becomes 9, and the last one becomes 10. 3, 1, 3, 9, 6 minus 3 is 3. So what's the answer? That's the answer. Okay, so please make sure you double check your work with your calculator. Station 3. There's only 4. How are the decimals and the factors and the product related? Remember, guys, let's multiply these two numbers times 1.23. There is 1 decimal here, and there's 2 decimals here. What do I do with those? I add. What does this tell me? This tells me my answer is going to have 3 decimal places. Okay, that's what I do. So when I multiply, I should pick an easier number. So let's multiply 6, 12, 10, put a 0, 4, 8, 6, put 2 zeros, 2, 4, 3. So my answer is 6, 6, 0, 12, 42066. So where do I put the answer in my answer? I put the decimal in my answer. Okay. My answer has to have the same amount of decimal places as the 2 numbers I'm multiplying. So there is, and then let me highlight this, I guess it's maybe easier to understand. There's 1, 2, 3. So my answer should have 3 decimal places as well. 1, 2, 3. So where am I putting that decimal? Between the 2 and the 0. Okay. So how are they related? They have the same number of decimal places. Okay. So question B is important because you will see it tomorrow. Tina earns $9.49 an hour. She worked 14.45 hours last week. How much did she make? Well, let's multiply. 14.5 times 9.49. We gotta multiply. There's 1 decimal place here. There's 2 decimal places. So my answer is going to have 3 decimal places, and we'll talk about that in a second. Now remember, we're talking about money, so let's multiply first. 45, 40, 13. We're going to add a 0 right before we do the next line. And then 4 times 5 is 20. Carry 2, 18. Carry 1, 5. And then I'm going to have to do the second line, the last 9. I'm going to add 2 zeros. And I already did the 9. I already multiplied the 9, so it's going to be the first thing, the same as the first line. So it's going to be 5, 0, 3, 1. Let's add this up. 5, 0, 16, 7, 13. Now, our answer should have 3 decimal places. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So if we think about it, she'd made $137 and 0.605, 605 thousandths. But I can't pay her like that, right? So if I'm the boss and I have to pay her money, okay, only has 2 decimal places, 1, 2. So we have to cut this off. But we have to round it. So is that 5 going to make that 60 go up? Yes or no? Yes, it will. So the final check that she gets is $137.61. That's how much she makes. Following week, the boss said, "Oh wow, you worked so well. I'm gonna give you a raise." That was a $2.35 raise. So is she making $9.49? No, she's making more now. How much more? Let's find out. So she used to make $9.49. The boss says, "Let's give you a raise." So it's I'm going to add 235 to that. Add them up. 14, 8, carry 1, 10, 12. So now, from now on, she's going to make $12.84 per hour. Okay, which is a pretty good raise, right? So now she has more money. So now she goes to work, and that week she worked 23.5 hours. So how much money is she taking home? So 23.5. Let's multiply that. So 2 decimal places, 1 decimal place. So our answer is going to have 3 decimal places, which means we're going to have to round. Okay, so but let's multiply first. And again, if you're showing this as work, I need to see all this. You can use your calculator to double check your work, no problem there. 20, 42, 14, 6. Add 0. 12, 25, 8, 3. Add 2 zeros. 8, 16, 5, and 2. If you add them up, we're going to get, no idea what we're going to get, 21, carry 2, 10. It looks like my answer is 31740. 3 decimal places would be 1, 2, 3. Now remember, this is money, so the last number has to go away. So we're going to come up with a line here. And that 0 will be cut off. But before we throw that out, let's ask ourselves, can the 0 move the 4 higher? No, we cannot. So how much money did she make that week? $301.74. Okay. Tony's car gets 29.3 miles per gallon. His gas tank can hold 16.4 gallons of gas. How many miles can Tony drive if he uses all the gas? So in his car, he has 16.4 gallons. Okay, so the tank is pretty full. I know that 1 gallon, I can travel 29.3 miles. So with 2 gallons, obviously it would be times 2, right? Which I'm going to get 58.6, right? I'm going to double that. 3 gallons, triple that. 4 gallons, etc. So if he uses all these, I mean, if he uses 16.4 gallons, how far can he travel? So let's multiply 29.3 times 16.4. 1 decimal place here, 1 decimal place, so my answer is going to have 2 decimal places. Again, you can use a calculator to multiply. Check your answer, please, please, please. 4 and 3 is 12, 36, 37, 11. Put a 0, 18, 55, goes 5, 12, 17. Put 2 zeros. 8, oh, no. 3, 9, 2. Add them up. Our answer is 2, 5, 10, 18, and 4. My answer needs to have 2 decimal places, so 1, 2. And here we go. You can travel 480.52 miles with all this gasoline in this car. Okay, so far you should be really saying, wow, it's going to be really easy tomorrow. Okay, so now is division. Explain how to change a decimal divisor into a whole number. So I'm going to give you an example. So let's pretend, I don't know, let's pretend we're dividing 28.3 divided by 0.55. Okay, doesn't really matter. How do we change that to a whole number? Well, first thing we do, right? Remember I told you we write it as a fraction. And then we're going to multiply by a power 10. 10, 100, 1,000. And we want to change that 0.55 into a whole number. So 0.55, you think about a whole number, we're going to make that into 55. But how does that happen? Well, how many decimal places here? 1, 2. Which means we multiply by 100. So you can use that in your calculator. 0.55 times 100, you get 55. And then on the top, you have to multiply by 100. And remember, notice that the decimal moved once, 2 times. So on the top, the same thing's going to happen. It's going to be 1, 2. So the answer is going to be 28, 3, and we got to put a 0 here, right? That empty space. So you can do that in your calculator as well. So that's what we're dividing. That's how it changes, right? We multiply the top and the bottom by a power of 10. Okay, and that's how we change the divisor to a whole number. First one, okay, so 431.2 divided by 3.5. So the first thing we do, 431.2 divided by 3.5. We multiply top and bottom by 10. By 10. So 3.5 becomes 35. 431.2 becomes 4,320. And then we multiply, divide 43,120 divided by, I'm not going to have room. So let's see if I can do it here. 43120 divided by 35. Can it go into 4? No. Can it go into 43? Yeah. Subtract. 13 minus 5 is 8. That's just a 0. Bring the 1 down. Can 35 go into 81? I think 2 times, because 35 times 2 is 7. So 2 times. Subtract. We're going to get 11. And then we're going to bring, sorry, we brought the 1. We're going to bring the 2 down. 35 goes into 112. I don't know. Let's try 4 times. 35 times 4 is 140. Oops, too much. Let's try 35 times 3. 35 times 3 is 105. That seems to work. So let's put 3. 105. And then when you subtract, you're going to have 7 left over, and 0. And 35 can go into 7 2 times. And my answer is 1,232. Next, 125.01 divided by 5.4. And we're going to multiply top and bottom by 10. So I'm going to get 54 at the bottom, which is nice. And then at the top, I'm going to get 1250.1. The decimal moves 1 over. So that's what I get. So now I can divide that. 125.1 divided by 54. So remember, the first thing we have to do here is I want you to bring that decimal that's here. 55 goes into 1? No. Goes into 12? No. Goes into 125? Yes. 2 times. 54 times 2 equals 108. 54 times 3 is 162. That's too much. So 2 times 108. Subtract. We're borrowing. 125 minus 108 is 17. Let's bring the 0 down. Can 54 go into 170? Well, let's 354 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Carry 1, 20. What am I doing? 4 times 4 is 16. 216. Times 4 is too much, so we're going to use 3, which is 162. So let me put that 3 right there on top of the 0. 162. Subtract 10 minus 2 is 8. 1. So can 54 go into 81? Yeah, 1 time. Subtract. 11 minus 4 is 7. 7 minus 5 is 2. Let's bring a 0 down. Let's try 5 times. 54 times 5. And guess what? It's 270. So by adding that 0, it worked out nicely. Final answer, 23.15. That was nice. Lisa purchased almonds, $3.50 per pound. She spent $24.50. How many pounds did she buy? Well, so 24.50 divided by 350. I'll leave it like this. So what do we multiply top and bottom by? Multiply by. So here, oops, I forgot. The one thing we could do, instead of write 24.50, we can write 24.5. That 0 can disappear. And the same thing with 3.5. 3.50, you can write it as 3.5. Now, if you didn't do that, and you said, I didn't know that, Mr. Cho, and you said, I'm going to multiply by 100, you got 350, sorry. Multiply by 100, multiply the top by 100. So you end up getting 2450 divided by 350. And over here, you would multiply by 10, right? Because there's only one decimal place. And you would get 245 divided by 35. Quickly in your calculator, just to show you, 2450 divided by 30. Yeah, 2450 divided, oh my God. 2450 divided by 350 is 7. And then if you do the bottom, 245 divided by 35, it's also 7. So if you did it, if you multiply by 100 because you didn't know about taking away the 0, you still get the same answer. So when you did 245 divided by 350, you would have gotten the same answer. So how many pounds did she buy? She bought 7 pounds. Every apple picked, Bill earns. So Bill makes money at the farm picking apples. Every apple he picks, he gets 9 cents. So yesterday, after a whole day of work, they paid him $45. How many apples did he pick? Well, 45 divided by 0.09, or 45 divided by 0.09, which are going to change, right? We're going to change this. We're going to find a number, multiply top and bottom by. This has 2 decimal places, so we're going to move it to times 100, and the top times 100. 0.09 times 100 is just 9. And 45 times 100 is 4,500. Okay, so now we can get to divide. 9 goes into 4? No. 9 goes into 45? Yes, 5 times. 5 times 9 is 45. 0. Bring the 0 down. Can 9 go into 0? 0 times. Bring the other 0 down. Can 9 go to 0? Yeah. How many times? 0 times. My answer is 500, which means what? He picked 500 apples yesterday. Of apples. Last question. So again, divided by, let me write it as a fraction. Remember, we want the divisor here to change. So we want that 1.1 to change to 11. So I need to change that 1.1 to 11. So what am I going to multiply top and bottom by? Well, there's 1 decimal place. I multiply by 10. Which means I multiply the top by 10. So the decimal moves 1 over. And it becomes 11. On the top, you can use a calculator. 97.812 times 10 will give you 978.2. Notice that the decimal also moves 1 over. I am ready to divide. 0.12 divided by 11, right? So we're going to take this, set up a long division. Bring the decimal up, please. Don't forget, because it's part of your answer. 11 goes to 9? No. 11 goes to 97? Yes. 8 times, which is 88. Subtract. Bring the 8 down. 11 goes into 98. 8 times again, because 9 would be 99. So 88. Subtract 0, 1, and now we bring the 1 down. 11 goes into 100, 101, 9 times, which is 99. Subtract, you're going to get borrow, 9, 11 minus 9 is 2. Bring that 2 down. Sorry, not 0. Bring 2 down, 11 goes to 22, 2 times. Final answer, 88.92. So